ręce to miej fuksa do itemów. Ale wygrali.
No i Mati jest gracz jeszcze. I lecimy.
We are seeing a difference from last time. If anyone has noticed, the lineup for Team Latin America looks quite a bit different from what it looked last time. Because this time they have Snowy and Killer already in their lobby at the start of the match. If you remember the last match, the Latin American team brought Snowy in during halftime, and after Snowy basically came into the team, the results improved a lot. And this time they are using Snowy and Killer, who are two of their best players, immediately at the start of the match. So this is gonna be interesting because those two players are pretty good, and I think they are a pretty good addition to QWERTY and Dong.
Yeah, this could be a very, very close match. So you see on the Polish side, the same Poles.
Yeah,
Miniak, Mati, and Mati's.
I mean, it's actually pretty cool that despite Poland having such a small player base, like the Polish team basically consists of those 4 players only. There's literally nobody else. But they are disciplined. They always show up. There's no issues with people not being available or people not showing up. Like, they are always there, and that's admirable. Like, there are teams with like 10 players where nobody even bothers to show up, and then there's Poland with only 4 players and everyone is just always there, always available. It's a really good sportsmanship for sure as well. Yo, Ongs, thanks for the host.
Głównie trzeba uważać na Dongitosa, no. Jak fokus z itemami, to na niego. A resztę powinniśmy objechać.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting match. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be tied, probably. But yeah, as Sotalia said in the chat, this is basically the dream lineup for Latin America, and yeah, I mean for Poland it's the only lineup, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they can do, because as we've seen last time when Latin America played, after Snowy joined, like, the results improved a lot, and I think their teamwork works so much better if they also use the better players. So yeah. And we are about to start on Dragon Mines.
And we are seeing some like reoccurring tracks again.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the
Roost Tubes, this is the second time we did that. It's
yeah, I think the Polish team is really the only team that picks Roost Tubes, really, because I've never seen Roost Tubes being picked from any other team. And I know most players despise Roost Tubes because it's such a small track and it's such a simple track, and it's really hard to make good plays on Roost Tubes. But then again, if we remember the last matches that Poland played, we definitely are seeing some recurring tracks, like Hot Air Skyway, Assembly Lane, Roost Tubes, Dragon Mines. Those are basically the same picks that they had last time. Like, pretty much, actually, without maybe Hot Air Skyway. I think they didn't play Hot Air Skyway last time, but Assembly Lane, Dragon Mines, Roost Tubes, I remember those. So yeah, but then again, these tracks also worked in their favor, so...
Yes, Roost Tubes like were picked by the French, by the way, not by them.
No, it was picked by them. By Poland.
Oh. Okay, then I saw that. Okay, that's my mistake.
Yeah, we see 5 and Dong escaping at the start pretty easily, but Dong unfortunately gets bombed, so it's now 5's turn to basically keep that lead, and oh, Dong makes a bad mistake at the start, falling down there.
Unfortunately, they changed the respawn point so you don't lose too much time, but still a time loss.
Yeah, I still remember the times when you would respawn all the way back before the entrance to the shortcut, and it was such a bad time loss. Like, falling down there lost like 10 or 15 seconds at least. I'm really glad they fixed it.
Like Dragon Mines, that's like too much time.
Yeah.
Simply too much.
And this race is already looking pretty good for the Polish team, because we see Miniak and 5 and I don't know who it is, the Penta, the Jester Penta in second place. I think that's probably Mati. But they are top 4. That's even crazier. Like, they are top 4, and 5 is so far ahead. Like, I'm almost positive that 5 is going to win this race, simply because he has such a big lead, and Dragon Mines is a track where catching up is just too difficult. Like, it never really happens on that track. Because, yeah.
He played it smart in the beginning. He had a bomb. He waited all the enemy
Yeah.
items. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 5 definitely is experienced in wars. Like, he knows how tracks work, how players think. Like, he's played against so many different people, and he did very smart plays at the start. I mean, he hits the nitro, but it's really insignificant. Like, it doesn't even affect anything really.
But it was so obvious. Like,
Yeah.
man, so hilarious.
Wow, Dong wanted to combo that player, but the missile decided to target Snowy. That's very unfortunate for that team.
Głupie cykle tego karta.
But still, they're trying to get at least some points.
Yeah.
We see 5 winning the race.
Yeah, but this race was definitely taken home by Poland. Like, that early lead that 5 and Miniak and Mati had, like, that lead was just too powerful.
Like
And
me,
we haven't even seen a power item. Like, we haven't seen any orb or clock. And yeah, without those items, it's basically impossible to catch any player that's like 5 or 10 seconds ahead. It's just not feasible.
And we see Miniak in top 2 again.
Yep. Yeah, Miniak.
Crazy
We've seen
consistent.
Miniak getting some high positions in the races that he played. So he's definitely the player to watch out for, because I think in last match he was top 2 in every single race, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, Miniak is definitely the player that Miniak and 5, basically the players that Team Latin America needs to look out for.
Dobra, plus 13, to już nie... Tylko, że wtedy to trzeba też poćwiczyć, takie mijanie się.
And yeah, about Sotalir's idea, it would be interesting for us, like to bet on different teams. But now commentating is about that. Like, you have to be objective. Like, you can't be like biased towards one team, and maybe you personally are rooting for one team, but you should not show that, because you have to be objective, and that wouldn't be so good for commentating, in my opinion. You have to be real objective, and yeah.
I mean, I have favorites. I have favorites, as many players do. Like, I have favorite teams, favorite players, and I have theories on who's going to win. But like, it doesn't really affect anything. Like, even if I would say, oh, I think Team Poland's going to win, for example, like, that wouldn't really change anything. And when trying to do commentary, I just try to explain the match from both sides, basically, not only
But
from.
you have to be neutral. You have to be objective.
Yeah.
You can't like be like rooting in your like while commentating, like at the same time to like root for a specific team is like a bit, I don't know. I would
Yep.
like the counter, to be honest.
Hmm,
So yeah.
I agree.
Po prostu mówię, jak ten naokoło będzie. Tutaj
To jest, wiesz, Myniak to jest ten Swole Dog i Big Boy, a Matias to jest ten...
Okay, Polar Pass. That's one of the most common tracks picked by Team Latin America. I think we've seen Polar Pass in many wars, actually. It's one of the most picked tracks in general, I would
One of
say.
the most frequent. We are seeing 5 again with some nice lines, but this time he's going the right side. Okay, going for the Wumpa, very smart play, great play.
No, bo moja wina.
Yeah, Dong definitely has a very good start here. Takes one player from Polish team out, and if he makes Big Boy here, nice, very wonderful.
Oh, he almost missed. Okay.
He lost fire, but it's not really that big of a deal. He still has the juiced up missile in his storage, so even if someone overtakes him, he can just take that player out, basically. So he shouldn't really need to worry about anything here.
Nitro po skrócie.
Lost fire again.
Oh, and he shoots the missile away. I don't think that was a good idea.
Piker czerwony.
I guess a juiced up bomb. A juiced up bomb was pretty decent on that track, because this track has a lot of narrow sections. Oh, yeah, he's gonna lose fire here now, or he's exploding.
Kicker, tak? Ciasno?
Let's see.
Tak, prawo,
Ooh,
jest
Oh.
that was very sketchy, but I mean
Okay.
I admire the effort, like
Yeah,
that the
massive
fact that
effort.
he actually managed to keep fire is pretty insane.
Bomba
You almost hit the seal, almost hit
Yeah.
the wall. Oh wow.
Ja mam
Nitro
This is some tight
cały
race by
Yeah,
Dongito.
great intuition though.
Jak ktoś to możemy jakieś place zrobić.
We see 5 with the rare 4th place mask. He's been getting a lot of them.
Musiałem aktywować, idź lewo, 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 lewo.
Dobra, spoko.
And yeah, 5 definitely doesn't want to take his teammates' blue shield away there.
O, lol.
But then again, a mask on Polar Pass is not really a useful item to any capacity.
Dawaj tego donga.
Like, of course it makes you faster, but then again Polar Pass is also a track that has a lot of jumps and you get a lot of airtime.
Ja mam bombę.
And yeah, the mask is kind of detrimental in that regard.
Let's see.
To rakiety czy ją
Dongitos, yeah, he used the red beacon on a smart place. Smart placement of the red
Jest,
beacon.
jest.
Mm.
Widzę.
Getting the boost
Prawo
time.
czyste, tylko na turbopadzie jest nitro.
The only way for 5... Oh, and he loses fire.
Loses
Okay,
fire.
yeah, in that case there's no way for him now to
Pierwszy ma
catch up to
dodge'a i też stracił
Dongitos.
fire, w sensie drugi. Masz tą rakietę jeszcze?
I mean, so far it's looking like a win for like
Pojedźcie szeroko,
the
bo mam
Latinos,
dodge.
but
Mm.
they're all like close to each other. Like
Yep.
this is not like they don't have a strong lead.
Dobra, dzięki 5.
So yeah, this is an interesting race. So
Yep.
far.
It's basically Dong's chance now to take home that win because he has blue shield, he's in first place, he still has blue fire, and there's basically nothing that can get him now. If he doesn't fall down mysteriously or does any other grave mistake, then we can pretty safely say that he's going to win that race, which would mean that it's
Yeah, look at
looking...
the goals.
Załatwię po murku.
Second and third place.
Yeah, second and third place are both held by Team Poland, but then again, Team Poland is also currently last because Matty is the player in 8th place, so
Dawaj, rakieta.
this
Maska,
is... Oh, and Snowy overtakes
Ciasno itemy.
5. Nice, very
Rząd
nice.
wyrolował maskę na...
Yeah, this is a win for Team Latin America here.
Bra.
Wyrolował, no.
Yeah, I think the start... I think the start really played a deciding factor in how this race went overall, because at the start, like, Donkitos took one of the Polish players out, I think it was 5 even, and that just mattered a lot over the course of the entire race.
Uderzyłeś go, czy nie?
W sensie rakietą samą tak.
A,
miał
no
bomba.
dobra. Myślałem, że on pojedzie ciasno i że nie trafisz, no.
A ty już byłeś trzeci czy drugi?
Drugi byłem. Ciasno i był trzeci.
W
No
ogóle
tak. Jedną.
bez sensu straciłem, kurczę, Fire'a.
Okay, next up we have Tiny Arena.
Fire'a to...
This will be an interesting track.
Wyprzedził
Tiny Arena.
Tak to musiałem gonić.
Like both players,
A
like
poza tym nie wiem,
Dongitos
jak
and
zdjąłem tego
5,
bubla, bo u mnie na ekranie byłem...
are very strong in Tiny Arena. So
W sumie to
It
ja
will be-
wpadłem w ciebie chyba.
yeah, very interesting to watch.
Myślę, że jakby ty wjechałeś we mnie...
Yeah, Team Latin America won 3 points here, so they're only 10 points behind now, which is basically nothing. Like one top 3 and that entire lead is gone. So
Yeah, let's go.
there's still a lot that they can do, and especially on Tiny Arena. I know Dong is very good on Tiny Arena, like Dong in general is a very strong time trialer.
To chyba nie było jakoś super źle.
But then again, Tiny Arena also, when it comes to competitive play, it has its own share of issues.
Wszędzie.
No.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how this race is going to go, but we see a disconnect from Killer. And Quirdy.
Następny.
Oh, okay, they may be changing positions, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Czyli zmieniam pozycję miejscami?
Yeah, changing positions, something that a lot of teams don't do. Yeah, usually teams, you see teams having like
Okay.
certain assigned positions, like there's one player who's just playing support on every single track, and one player who's just going to go for front running every single track. But there's very few teams that actually actively switch positions between races to change like the roads that people are going to take on and stuff.
I puf, nie ma.
Yeah, but seems like
Dostał maską na pierwszym
the
mapie,
Dong
mrugnął, już
as
był
their
piąty,
captain,
mam
he
już
knows
miejsce.
he knows what he's doing. So
Yeah.
Mam Polaków jest.
Gdzie jest ten biker na ryj, Mat? Ja chcę go zobaczyć.
No pressure,
Mati
plus
musi być
10
pro,
jeszcze...
tam kiedyś. Jak on wiesz, tam roluje bikerę będąc 8, to ja się nie dziwię, że nie może nikogo dogonić.
I mean, we can safely assume that both Dong and Five will go like fast,
Hmm.
Weź tego pada na Polaków.
trying to be the front runners. Since
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
both like
pretty
the
sure.
strongest front runners in their teams. So
O Boże.
Morgiel.
Giel, Mati bierze...
But then again, Dong is also a very strong player with items, so he could go either way here. But I'm pretty sure as well he's gonna go for tight lines. And oh, he bunks the wall already. Yeah, that's a mistake that you don't wanna do. But then again, we see Five taking very strong lines, so he's definitely capitalizing on that mistake and just
Nie ma itema.
trying to get away basically. But then again, he gets beakered. Very good move from Killer here, I think. And yeah, it's looking pretty good for Team Latin America again.
Tam...
Dong squishing Miniac, also very important here, taking his fire away.
Dawaj, uciekaj.
I think that Five was like sniped by Killer.
Yeah, probably.
Ja też mam, ale...
Dong getting bombed after the
Yeah.
turbo death. That's a big.
Wow,
oh,
he's getting
mad.
comboed badly. But then again, it's a very good
Wow.
move from Team Polar. You should always combo people whenever they get hit.
Chyba nas maska goni. Nie, jednak nie.
But he lost so much time there.
Yep. But then again, Dong is also now in the spot to grow power items. Like he can get orbs, he can get clocks, and he can get tons of masks. But he can also get 10 super engines. So yeah, you never know.
Przeskoczyłem fire. I kolizję z Matim. Ja
Oh, he hits a Miniac here. Nice, that's very nice. Tries to hit Matty's Gamer. He should do slowdown here, but yeah, decides to not do it.
Drugi
Yeah, the
ma-
super engine kinda saving his life here. So he can get Sacred Fire back. Definitely a nice adaptation.
farmię coś fajnego.
Okej, to dobra. Trafiłem.
Yeah, the super engine is coming in handy here since he can just drive over the turbo pad and stack reserves again. Having infinite reserves is generally very good because you can just do slowdown without needing to worry about your reserves. You can also
Po 2.7 jest czysto.
and we see Dong not using the super engine blue fire like why like this
Ja, w sensie...
that's a misplay because the super engine doesn't take your reserves away. Like why would he just let go of acceleration?
O, już mnie
I
walną.
just don't understand.
Drugi też ma dodża.
We are seeing like Five trying to snipe on QWERTY, and he manages to hit him.
Musiałem go zużyć.
Yeah.
He gets his shield first, and then after that he
Yeah.
like eventually hits him. Like nice one.
Wow, that's a very
Great
good
play.
back bomb from
Mam
Dong
dużo
there.
kolejnego.
And also Five is really just tearing a hole through like the floor basically. He's just trying to go all out.
Dobra, weź
But
sobie.
he needs to be cautious here because the player behind him, Snowy,
Jeszcze jednego.
he is easily in range for sniping Five with his blue shield, so
Bomba leci.
Okay.
yeah,
and
but
the
that
left
back
block
bomb,
is
yeah. But then again, we've also seen that Snowy was taking the exact same line as Five, and that's definitely a misplay. You should, you must never stay behind on someone on the same line unless it's your own teammate, because like if you stay behind someone on the same line, you're just gonna get back bombed easily with no effort. Like why would you do that? And yeah.
Łumpa splantowana na SC.
You see Five trapping the Wumpa there.
Nitro na tym.
It's a really popular spot
Yeah.
to place beakers.
Yep.
Ciasno.
After
na
that, he's
prostej
placing a beaker tide.
Na jutarnie.
Also
Yeah.
a very popular spot to place
That beaker tide there
Yeah.
A pretty obvious spot, I would say. Same as the 270 turn here. Like those spots, they are trapped always, and people kind of expect it nowadays. Like 5 is just placing the items tight. Like if you know that the item's gonna be tight, like you're just gonna go wide in every single corner, and you're not going to hit any of those items. Like he should definitely bring in some more variation and place some items more wide, because people just expect that items are gonna be placed tight. And I think placing items tight is just too obvious for your own good, in my opinion.
Maybe we will see. Maybe he will like place the Nitro tile. Nitro is fairly decently placed, so
Zjebałem.
that Nitro could hit. We see an orb incoming.
Hmm.
Mam doza. To możesz-
Dobra.
Max, puść
Also,
mnie.
that beaker behind the Wumpa crate in the S section is kind of popular because if you place it well, it actually can't be seen, and but it's very hard to place well.
Dzięki.
Biker ciasno potem, biker ciasno przed wumpami. Weź wumpy.
Jest.
Strzelaj od razu.
Jest.
Although if you take like a diagonal like line, you can still sometimes
Nitro
miss it.
ciasto, ostatni zakręt.
So depends how you take it,
Dong ma shielda.
what lines you're using. But yeah, we are seeing 5 ending out first, like as expected. But the Latinos
A, dostałem
are
jeszcze.
heavy.
Skąd się tu wziął?
Yeah,
Currently,
Latin America is actually winning because
they're winning.
Chyba wpadł z-
No, look at Mattis Gamer. He
Dawaj,
manages to
dojedziecie go?
pass a dong.
yeah, but
No,
that's
dong. Close race. Okay, I'm very
Yeah,
close
yeah.
for the Latinos. Okay.
see the thing is
18,
like
18.
5's backspam just wasn't effective enough. Like the items, they were still standing around. You've seen it. 5 passed them in the next lap, and I think he just failed to bring back his team members into the race. Like the Latin American team had 2, 3, and 4, and they just kept holding onto these positions, and they took home the win.
Nie warto.
That's why I said placing items tight is just nowadays. People have so much experience in wars, and you're just gonna expect items to be placed tight. And if you want to surprise people, you have to basically mind game them. You have to play around, place items wide, place items tight. Like just do some variation, or do combo backspam even if there's multiple people at the front. Like there's so much stuff that you can do, but just placing items tight is it's not gonna work on experienced players nowadays.
Weź klejma zajebistego w ogóle.
Dobrze.
Ciekawe jak to Garma skomentuje.
Okay, so next up we have Hotel Skyway. Again, a really popular track for the Polish team. I think they picked it like so far every time.
Yeah, they've always picked Hot Air Skyway. I personally despise Hot Air Skyway. It's one of my least favorite tracks, but then again, the Polish players really seem to like it. If we ever were to face them, we would probably ban it, since we all hate Hot Air Skyway. But then again, yeah, there's worse tracks in the game, such as Tiny Temple, which is, by the way, the worst track in the entire game. But yeah. Hot Air Skyway is definitely among the worst in my opinion. It's not a great
Why
track.
do you think that Tiny Temple is one of the worst Karma?
Because Tiny Temple has pretty much the worst game balance in the entire game. Like the track is just incredibly unbalanced. It's just random basically. The blue fire is way too fast. There's only one STP. The respawn point is absolute garbage. If you get bombed off, then you go without blue fire for an entire lap, and going without blue fire loses like 20 seconds immediately.
Nie potrafiłem
Tiny Temple is pretty much the worst track in the entire game. It's just incredibly unbalanced. I can't even explain it with words.
Manami, więc nie było odświeżenia tego za bardzo.
But now that you mentioned that, we actually rarely see Tiny Temple.
Yeah, because it's just just
It's random.
I don't know. I mean, of course, it's not random as such, but it's just
Pojadę szeroko.
the team with better
Ah,
item
figure out
rules
balance.
is in a very strong favor.
Let's go.
By the way, we see Team Poland like so far winning by only 5 points.
Yep. Yeah, the Latin American
close.
team, like the first race, was a decisive win by Team Poland, but for the past 2 races, Team Latin America has been catching up steadily. And if it continues like this, they might be ahead after this race or after the next race.
Na
Która
27
jest
jest
z
ciasno
lewej
Beaker.
strony.
Oh, unfortunately.
Yeah, that
he was
TNT is
fired.
probably cost his is going to cost his reserves. Oh,
But
yeah,
what did
yeah,
he
yeah.
do?
His reserves are
Why?
gone.
Why 5? Like he shouldn't like go around the cloud cut and like pump reserves.
Yeah.
Why did he do that?
Nie zrobiłem.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he lost reserves because he braked when he landed. It didn't look like his fire just went out. Like, it didn't look like his reserves drained out, but it looked like he accidentally braked when he landed.
2 bikery na pierwszym
I
But
would
it
say
was
reserves, to be honest. I
it
would
was
say reserves.
definitely a risky move for sure.
Myniak jestem za tobą.
Yeah, we'll ask him after the match, but after the competition. But I think that has was the
Nitro,
reserves.
nitro, nitro,
Actually.
z lewej strony.
Beaker.
But yeah, we see him in 5th place and Dong in 7th place. What happened to Dong, by the way? What the fuck?
Yeah, we see Dong in 7th place. Like, he's.
Tak.
I mean, he's not too far behind, but he has some catching up to do for sure.
Engine jakby co.
Dobra, dobra.
Zaupa cały czas.
Uważaj.
You're seeing 5 with the fancy speed goes, jumping over the speed pad, the turbo pad.
Biker na
Fun fact, yeah, Dong just demonstrated it.
Pierwszy box.
If you have a mask, you can actually very easily get the speed goes because you get so much airtime because of the mask, and that makes it a lot easier to get the speed goes.
Spirala pierwszy box.
The speed goes saves like 0.2 something like that. It's just. Oh, and Dong getting hit by the desync beaker. Yeah, that was a mistake on his part. Like, you should never pass items as close as Dong did with that red beaker because that will interpolate the movement incorrectly on the enemy screen and that will make you hit the beaker. Like, you should never pass items that closely. Should always go wide.
Szeroko.
That was definitely his own fault.
7 cały czas.
Yeah, and 5 driving between 2 green beakers. Let's go 5. He's feeling it today, man. He's feeling it.
It's looking pretty favorable for the Latin American team again because
Biker,
they have
Dostałeś, ale nie jechałeś przez niego.
wait
Bardzo przez niego nie jechałeś. Ja też
they
nie
they
jechałem,
should
nie
they
jechałem.
should have top 2. Is Snowy glitched on Dongito's screen? Yeah, I think they have top 2, right? Yeah, they have top 2.
Yes, they have to too, yes.
Yeah, they have top 2 and Dongitos has a warp orb in storage. Like, he
No,
can
Miniak again with the crazy consistency. He's second again.
na środku.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's kind of true, but then again, Dongitos, he has the warp orb in storage, so he can basically take out the entire team, and he goes wide here to stay behind them so that he can get them all with an orb. And that's definitely very important. He's probably going to fire this orb in the last lap, and he's probably going to intentionally stay behind. Yeah, he's slowing down. Like, he doesn't want to overtake them because he wants to take them out.
But we are seeing 5 in a mask.
Czysty cloud.
Yeah, it really depends on who makes the first move.
Na turbopadzie. Na
I could imagine that 5 is gonna use his mask pretty soon. And if he does, then he's gonna get taken out by that warp orb. Yeah, he's using the mask now. Oh, they had the clock in storage. Wow, that's a very nice counterplay.
Tak automatycznie.
Okay, let's go. This seems
And
this
that,
seems like a.
yeah, he's using that warp orb now, but he has a mask. Mati and Mati's Gamer both have a mask, and that's actually the win for Poland.
By I think 1 point.
18 plus 1.
Yeah, should be 1 point. Yeah.
Taki
Fuck,
wpierdol.
wait.
That was a very nice clock. That clock basically countered the orb
Very
that Dongitos had in storage. It was a very good play here.
Wait, I took a screenshot too late. I have to clip it again.
Okej. Znowu wypadł. Ale ja potem
Wow, that was so
jechałem 3 metry
unexpected.
obok
Wow.
Bichera. Po
And
prostu
well timed.
po PSG.
Hmm.
Ty też.
Oh, okay. This time Snowy got definitely disconnected.
No, był Biker na tym U-turnie po prawym forku.
There we go.
I ja pojechałem wide specjalnie i dostałem z niego.
No. Ja też pojechałem specjalnie.
Yeah, they probably wanted to use their power items at the same time, but you know, Poland was faster. That's how it goes.
Stracili fire czy co?
Tak, zjebał ten gościu z przodu.
They didn't know. They didn't know. So of course they didn't know.
I mean, yeah, it was probably coincidence because power items usually get used when the majority of players are already in the finish line, and I think this is just coincidence.
Tam się
Like,
czyszczą host change'a.
Unless they are stream sniping, but then again, if they do, we can prove that, and I don't think that they are really doing that. Like, it was just,
You can check your viewers.
yeah.
Arno.
Dobra.
And I'm pretty sure that this was just coincidence because like when the majority of players has finished, most people tend to use their power items so that the player in the last position can still make like
Yeah.
1 or 2 positions, which are super helpful. And I guess it was just coincidence that they wanted to use their power items at the same time.
And by the way, I see no poll in your chat, so nobody
Yeah.
streams.
Znaczy ci
Maybe
powiem,
a Dongito stream, but let's be real, guys. I don't. The polls didn't do that.
Yeah, I don't think they are doing that. That would,
Killer w ogóle wygrywa.
Like they are training for this, like from March, you know.
yeah.
So, I mean, if they are shady guys, they wouldn't like train so hard. Let's be real.
Jezu.
And yeah, as Dashi said, you can be in the viewer list without actually watching the stream, so that doesn't even say much.
musimy mówić dokładnie.
What?
But then again-
Seriously? I didn't know this.
But then again, we also need to remember, this is also why Dong didn't get hit by Mati when he overtook him after he lost fire. It's because he had the clock in storage. Like, that explains it, basically.
Dobra, muszę wziąć trzeci box. Sra jakby co?
Oh, we see Dong going for items. That's very interesting because I think Dong is actually a super strong player on Assembly. Like, he's really good in time trial, and I would have expected him to do the front runner role here, but he is going for items. And oh, unfortunately, he misses the Wumpa crate because
Oh, look at 5. Wow, 5. Let's go.
yeah.
Nice kill snipe.
But then again, he is still in danger because Dong has that mask, and he is. Wow! Did that? What? How did he get hit by that shield? Okay, that's kind of unfortunate because Dong in 3rd place with that juiced up mask could have taken out Mati, 5 and Miniac all at the same time. But now that he's so far behind, the chance that he's going to get them is pretty low. He should use that mask now because there's no reason for him to keep that mask.
Na turnie jest Bikary
But he's still keeping it. Huh?
E,
Oh, they have a power item in storage. Ah, I see. They have a power item in
okay,
storage,
okay.
and now they want to combo the players. And they all got hit. Wow. Okay, it's Dong's chance. Dong now has the chance to combo
Let's
them
go,
all to
Dong
death.
now.
If Dong goes ham
Hold on,
here,
who's the best?
he
Hold on,
gets
who's the
5.
strongest?
Very nice. Oh, and he gets a juiced up bomb. Nice. Very nice bomb. Perfect. Wow. Really good.
Wow,
Really good.
Dong, you're showing like that you're the real Dong here.
This orb usage was as good as it gets. And we see Dong not taking the shortcut because the shortcut could be trapped, but he has that juiced up bomb, and that juiced up bomb,
Tak.
lecimy.
Wait, he almost got him, but
yeah, he
okay,
almost got
Mia
him,
gets
but
him.
he got
E,
bombed
jest,
in
dobra,
return.
czekam,
Kinda unfortunate. I think that bomb had no real chance of really hitting that player.
But he almost hit him.
He
What the
almost.
heck?
I think he would have probably hit him if he hadn't got hit. Because if you get hit while your bomb is rolling, you lose the ability to detonate it on your own. Basically, the bomb just explodes on its own.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Then again, we see Bomb taking. We see Bomb. we see Dong taking out some of these players with his juiced up bombs, and it's definitely a good effort considering he has no fire, and they should definitely protect these positions that they have right now.
Drugi box bardziej splantowany niż wcześniej.
ale da się przejechać.
And yeah, we are seeing 5.
Początek identycznie.
Ale ci... Co trafił mi?
Oh, we see.
smash
Oh,
to-
that back bomb actually got Mati's gamer.
Magnes jest ciasno.
And
Yeah,
by the way,
unfortunately for Dong, he got hit by that missile, and he even tumbled in the mud, so he lost a bit of additional time. But
we are
yeah,
seeing here some combo
yeah,
at the polls.
it's looking still pretty favorable for the Latin American teams since they have 2, 3, 4. So it's definitely still going well.
Pominięcia, na skrócie.
5 Mati's gamer and
Dodge'a. Masz fire,
Mati.
Matias?
They are all sitting in the same spot, really, basically. And we see 5 with the blue shield. He can't really do much with that blue shield in 6th place. Especially because his teammates are around him.
Powiedz szeroko, Matias.
Dobra, jadę się.
Then again, he's probably going to use that mask now.
Tego się nie spodziewałem,
And
a
then he
to
can
ja
just
widziałam.
basically blaze away. If he gets a warbot on 5th, he could do something, but it's just unlikely. It's one of the rarest item roads in the game, so it's probably not something he will get.
Oh, and Dong gets with a back bomb.
Yeah.
And Dong was the only like actual opponent that
Yeah.
he could have passed. All the other ones are too far away,
Yeah.
and he back bombs. Merciless.
Back bombs, one of the most dangerous items in the entire game. Like the explosion radius of juiced up bombs is just I love bombs. It's one of the best items because you can just snipe people from ridiculous ranges. And yeah, very, very good race. Like we really saw here that the
10, 14,
Snowy,
17,
Killer and
19,
Dong, they really managed to defend their positions at the top. We also didn't really see anything from Miniac. He didn't do any back spam or anything. We didn't see any items.
plus 5.
And yeah, Dong, Snowy and Killer definitely managed to keep the opponents in the back with like, especially Dong with his back bombs that just took out player after player, and did the results show, you know?
Fuck. Ja spierdoliłem, bo miałem maskę i mogłem ich dwóch skosić, a mi się
Yeah, this is a
skończyła
crazy close match so far.
dosłownie, no nie
Yep.
wiem, 3 frame'y przed nimi, nie?
Yeah, as I said, this is gonna be a close match because these teams, they are roughly even.
And we have only like 3 races to go, so
Będzie...
It's gonna be interesting once we get to the group stage because then we are going to play more tracks. And we will have longer sets, and this is gonna be epic.
Ups. O matko kochana. Bez stresu.
Okay, we see Poland being ahead still by 5 points. Poland has been in the lead for the entire set basically, but
Teraz szansa,
their win is on the verge of tumbling around. Like any 5-point win, any 6-point win or more just turns the set around completely. So and winning by 5 points is not even too difficult. If you have top 2 and 6th place and 8th place, that's 5 points. You know, like that's all you need.
Yeah, that happens all the time, and especially on Cortex Castle,
Skakuje.
like everything can change in a blink of an eye. So
I wskoczę na tego turbo,
Yeah.
to tak już w środku jego długości, drugi raz już nie wyskoczy.
let's see. I'm really hyped now. Like this is
Jedziemy.
incredible. Like
po prostu
this is so close.
mniej
Like
ciasno, żeby tam pojechać.
wow, nice.
Wyskoczyć.
Hmm.
2 razy wumpa wziąć.
Mhm. Okej.
Yeah, we are going now into Codex Castle. Codex Castle could go either way. I know that Dong is very strong on Codex Castle. He's time trialed Codex Castle a lot. He has had world records on Codex Castle in the past.
Albo może według nam się
And I know that it's one of his best tracks, so it's gonna be interesting to see what he is going to do here on this track. If he's just trying, yeah, he's trying to run away, yeah, as I expected, and he's
Yeah,
taking,
doing some.
but
Oh,
he gets taken out,
Nice.
and that's basically how fast it can go.
yeah, no VR lines for you, Dongito.
Yeah,
Kurwa.
And we are seeing Five with some interesting play. He managed to backbomb one of the opponents.
Iker ciasno, przed wyjazdem.
Nice one, nice one, nice.
yeah, 5 staying so close behind Dong.
That was an easy backbone for
Yeah, that's just an easy back bomb. Like if you stay on the same line as your opponent, you're just making an oh wow, Dong immediately turning around, seeing that Warp Orb arriving so that he can blue fire. That's top level adaptation
Top
right
level
there.
play and then Five
That's
with the
that's
clock.
just
Jak tam dobrze?
like that's something that most people wouldn't even think of. Like if people would see the orb approaching, they would just be like,
Dog zwolnił.
wow, why do they get an orb now? But Dong immediately seeing the chance, okay, I'm gonna turn around, fall down, get blue fire back. I mean, he still hit the wall in the end, but it could have worked.
Yeah, crazy reaction. Crazy reaction.
Yeah, a very good reaction. One of the most creative plays I've seen.
I mean, we are
And he
seeing-
combos! Wow! Perfect, perfect. Really good, really good. I really like what I'm seeing there.
Yep. And
Yeah,
we are
Dong
seeing
is-
Maniac like crazy consistency. Again,
Yeah.
top 2, this time leading, holding on to the first place, but 5 has the juiced up clock, and this could be very interesting.
He has a juiced up clock in 4th, and Dong hits the wall again, and that's... The game...
Mega.
Like, he squishes 5 2 times. Wow, he just ended him.
Okay, let's go, Dong. Let's
Nie
go.
mam nic.
Yeah, he was. That was like his lines were all overkill to be
I
honest. But
mean,
still.
I guess being in 6th place with a juiced up clock is
Jest dalej mocno ciasno.
something. I think 5 should have used that clock way earlier, because now Dong has blue shield, and if things go right, he's not going to lose that blue shield, and the orb, the clock will just not hit him. So I don't know. I would have probably used that clock earlier.
To było stare, to nie to.
Especially since 5 basically has nothing to defend himself now, and he's just holding onto that clock, but whenever there's an item, there's nothing he can do,
Z lewej strony.
and he's just going to get hit by people.
Ale chyba nic
I think
z
that
tego nie będzie.
clock, like he's holding onto that clock for way too long, in my opinion.
I mean, we are like last lap. You should
Yeah.
have like used it. Like now is the time. Like they all passed the blue fire pad, and then let's go.
Straciłem fire, także jakby co możecie strzelać.
This is a bit
Wal ty, Matias.
risky.
Dobra, ork leci.
Oh, there's an orb coming. I mean, they could do a really bad combo now with clock and orb, but
Mam dobrze.
they are still holding onto it, and I don't really oh, now, okay, now they're
Okay,
using
now
it.
let's go. Let's go. Okay.
Znaczy tak semi ciasno.
Yeah,
Now
that
we're
might
seeing the
be... yeah, I think...
Wszyscy do końca chyba.
Let's go. Nice one.
Okay, that orb was really lucky from their part. Like even Mati is just gonna take over Dong now, probably. Okay, no, okay,
He
it's not
got
enough.
cheated by his own teammate in the air. 5.
Nie,
But yeah, they won.
Turbo. Znowu
Yeah, Poland actually won. I guess that orb really saved them the race, because that clock alone wouldn't really have done anything,
Dobra.
but in combination with that orb, it was just devastating.
Pamiętasz?
No.
Dobra, no to spojrzymy.
Great play by the Poles.
Ork przeleciał.
Yep.
Dąg 6, ty 7. Dobra.
Kurwa.
A bit lucky, but it paid out in the end.
Nie wiem jak
Plus
to lepiej
5.
mówić.
Like as I was expecting,
Jestem zły
like
na to
crazy,
micro.
crazy, interesting
Jestem zły, że
play
to
on Cortex
zapamiętałem
Castle.
i że my
Cortex
nie-
Castle is one of the tracks they're like bound to happen. Like
To
interesting
to
stuff is
początku.
bound to happen on that.
Yeah.
Because it's so fast.
Dwa razy,
Like
ale
if you get backspam by an item, like you lose so much time, and it's a very dynamic track.
Dobra,
So
fokus.
always fun
Fokus
to
jest z
watch.
tego, nie?
Dobra, play był dobry z tymi itemami.
Ja mam fuksa, że jeszcze tego dodża wylosowałem potem z pierwszego fuksa.
nice.
Yeah, we see Poland being ahead again by 12 points, so they won 7 points in that last race.
To dobrze. Dobrze, że jeszcze zdążyły pomóc.
1, 3, 5, 7, tak? Mati?
No,
No.
16, 22 plus 5.
Tak, plus
Z tego
10
było.
jest teraz.
a ty, Mati, miałeś jakiegoś dodża na tego kloka?
Nie, właśnie, nie miałem.
Dostałeś, okej. A straciłeś przez tę pozycję? Czy byłeś na równi?
Na równi.
Ty jak mi mówiłeś, Mati, żebym pojechał lewo, to straciłeś fire?
Zaraz po tym. No.
Barren Ruins, in my opinion, the exact opposite of Cortex Castle.
Na Cortex jest trudno unikać itemów.
Bozy, it is plus 10 because Snowy was desynced and he was 4th on Cortex.
Like so many races like settle in the first 2 laps, and that's it. So
Yeah, Baron Ruins. I'm still not sure what to think about Baron Ruins in terms of like competitiveness. I mean, I guess the word competitive and CTR is already questionable as it is, But then again, Barren Ruins, it's just one of those tracks where
Motherfucking lucky son of a bitch.
I don't even know how to describe it accurately, but
Przez Orba.
Barren Ruins is a track where you can't really do much. Like you can drive, but most people who play Barren Ruins are really good on Barren Ruins because the track can be optimized near world record levels so easily. It's just a track where being fast is easy. It's like really easy. And I think the major deciding factor of Barren Ruins is just how you use items. It doesn't matter as much how strong the items are that you are rolling. Like it doesn't matter if you only get bombs or if you get clocks and orbs all the time, but it's just like if you are good at using items, then Barren Ruins is definitely in your favor. I'm not saying that Barren Ruins is an RNG track. You mustn't confuse that.
No, it's not an RNG
But
track.
it's definitely a track where item play is the most important factor, for sure.
It's not an RNG track. It's just tedious. Tedious to watch and tedious
Yeah.
to play. Because of the 2 laps, everything is settled and that's it.
Yeah, usually
There's
that's
nothing you can do.
that's indeed the case. I mean, Barren Ruins is still different from tracks like Crash Cove.
Ci przejechałem.
Like on Crash Cove,
That's right.
a power item is just devastating, for example, which it isn't on Barren Ruins.
Ah, now plus 11 and we will get this win. Okay,
But, yeah.
I get it.
A,
Pepega no habla inglés, señor. Dobra, jeśli kurwa jebany Rustubes zadecyduje
This
o
is
tym,
Snowy
żeby grać
taking a
w
longer
przegranie,
break.
Barin. Jaki plan na Barin na start?
Maybe he went to the toilet, but he's ready now, so
Yeah.
let's hope that 5 will start soon. Okay,
Aż
they are
tak
starting.
szeroko?
Nie, jedź normalnie, bo
Tak, tak. W ogóle na tym zakręcie i tak łatwo targetować, nawet jak jedziesz naokoło.
możesz, jak
Tam i-
chcesz
i tak
pojechać
oberwiesz.
szeroko, to pojedź wide na początku, żebyś z pierwszych boksów zgarnął jakiś power item.
Okay. Pytanie, czy to będzie wide z lewej czy z prawej strony?
Wide.
Tak przebiega. No dobra, kombinuję coś.
Żeby nie
If I'm
dostał
not
tylko... no jak
mistaken, like the
ucieknie,
Poles
to już
won
chujowo
like
jest.
on Barren Ruins every time
Ale to jest
they
mod
played a
boxu.
match so far.
Did they? I've never actually checked their stats or anything.
Yeah, I paid really like
Tutaj proszę mówić,
close
że
attention to
jest
them
mod
since they were the underdogs, you know. And I saw them actually doing well in the World Cup. I paid attention to them, and
Powodzenia.
this is actually a strong track for them. So
Snowy got
Let's see if
4th
they will continue
place
with it.
on Cortex Castle. Ah, okay.
Ja spamuję ciasno w cave'ie. Dostał, ja też dostałem.
you're seeing like 5 with the early bomb. He manages to backbomb someone, but he gets bombed too. So he's at 7th place now. Oh, missing the item crate there.
TNT ciasno.
Getting infinite reserves.
I
Like reserves are the last problem in Baron Ruiz actually.
Yeah.
But, well, maybe it's fine if you have them. It's always fine.
It's actually pretty interesting on Barren Ruins. Like if you look at most tracks, you will notice that most turbo pads on tracks really don't give you much reserves. And Barren Ruins is one of those tracks where you can drive over a turbo pad with no reserves and you still have enough time to initialize power slide and keep your reserves. Like the turbo pads in Barren Ruins generally give you a lot of reserves actually.
Nitro
It's
ciasno.
a pretty good game design.
jest. Laguje nas trochę.
The contrary is true for turbo shot.
Nie jedźcie skrótem.
Tak, skrętowa.
Maska was goni.
Yeah.
Nitro jest na skrócie.
Jest, widzę. Snowy to zgarnął.
Yeah, and as I already mentioned, like the first 2 laps passed, and that's it basically.
Mm.
Nothing major will happen.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. I mean, we see
Nothing
Dong.
major will happen.
We see Dong who's pretty far ahead. Like even if the enemy team gets a clock on orb,
Ja
it
pierdolę,
won't
sorry,
really
myślałem, że
damage
pojedzie
him
ścianę.
that much. He can block the shortcut, which means other players will have to go around. He gets hit by the robot, but that's not gonna affect anything.
Nice, Mati.
His own teammate hits the nitro, unfortunately. We can see it on the minimap, like his icon just flashed red. Definitely a miscommunication happening there.
Tak.
Wcześniej błagam cię o takich rzeczach.
But
Ale
yeah,
tak
now he has the
to-
blue shield, and that's basically, yeah, we can say that he
Yeah,
won
no,
that
no.
race. Like,
Biker,
I mean, 5 now has a blue shield as well, so he's gonna play a bit more defensive, just trying to keep holding on to that third place. Which means we can safely assume that the top 2 is gonna be settled, which also means that this race is gonna be a win for Team Latin America by at least 3 points.
Hej, starajcie się, żeby jebnąć tego
Currently looks like more because
Dobra, ja w sumie
Latino is at
wywalam
the fourth
Beaker
place.
jest
So.
na
Yeah,
plus
Killer
na
is in
skoku.
4th place, so this is almost...
Zaraz kombujcie go, żeby
Okay, he got
tą
taken out and he's getting comboed now. So they... Oh no, we actually see an interaction happening and Killer actually takes out Mati and gets comboed by Snowy. Oof. Yeah, those are a lot of plus points. If they can keep these positions, they win 7 points. And that's a lot.
Bruh.
Nice,
Kurwa,
nice.
23.
Well done, this was a very good race. For Team Latin America.
Będzie wyśmiechowo na Ruscy.
Minus 7, ja pierdolę. Kurwa.
Ciekawe.
Matius byłeś 4, nie?
Okay, so far this will be like a very, very, very close game between the two, and
Dobra, cicho.
Hmm.
they have to battle out
Gosty, maniaki.
on Roost Tubes. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Biker na ryj i już.
Unbelievable. Oh man.
Jak ktoś ucieknie, to farmimy. Dobrze.
Yeah, personally, I would never want to be in a position where my win of the match is dependent on Roost Tubes. But then again, they decided to go for it, and here we go. By the way, my scores are incorrect because Snowy got 4th on Cortex Castle, so the point difference is not 5 points, but instead Cortex Castle was the 6th track and Snowy got actually 4th, which
Mój na
means...
pierwszym boksie od razu.
Okay, no, it doesn't change anything because Dong
Będzie spamić.
was 5th and that's basically his teammate, so okay, it doesn't really change anything, but yeah.
Tylko byście się nie trafili, więc jakoś nie wiem. Niech ktoś bardziej z prawej
Ty,
boksu
ty jedź super ciasno, my niech ja pojadę bardziej.
Let's go, Roost Tubes.
Tak, ja będę jakoś...
The final battle begins.
No,
przy
wait.
lewej i przed tym skokiem, nie?
Mhm.
Będę
No
sobie
wait, I
stał.
had the wrong positions.
Nie jakoś super przy lewej,
Wait, this...
metr od granic, od ziemi.
Mamy plus 3, więc trochę mamy przewagi, ale
Dobra, spokojnie.
spokojnie.
Minimalny bufor.
Okay, there we go.
Kogoś znikło? Nie.
Final race, guys.
Dobra,
Give it
focus,
all you
dobra,
got.
chuj.
Give us those juicy speed ghosts.
Grabs. No.
May the best win. We are seeing 5 with the speed ghost, of course. With the TNT, the first
To jest
item,
las mojego pikera.
to get in the beginning.
Jest to TNT.
And then he gets bombed away.
Okay, I need
unfortunately.
to fix the points. 1 second.
And then he hits its own teammate. Oh, this is not looking good. Maniac with some crazy consistency. Top 2 again.
Nie ma już.
Zdjąłem typa.
Nice, jedziemy.
Okay, so far top 3 for the polls. Let's go. Okay,
Jedźcie, macie
Five
wszystkie
gets
przewagę.
shielded by Killer.
Za zakrętem TNT.
QWERTY in front of him.
Dobra.
Now he passes QWERTY.
Okay,
Farm do...
Team Latin America. Yeah, I fixed
Let's
it now.
go,
Okay.
5. He backbombed 2 Latinos. Let's
Okay,
go.
Team Latin
Latinos.
America only needs 3 points here.
TNT zostawię teraz ciasno na
Oh.
zakręcie. No to
And
po-
5 getting combo now. Really hard. But he did some great job. Like he backbombed
Trochę szerzej
2
TNT.
Latinos at once. Let's go.
Oh, an orb. Dong has an orb. He can totally turn this match around now.
Ooh. Foo, 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 foo. This race will be fire.
No, why?
Mam
Why
bota.
does he get?
Spokojnie, 10 minut zbierać.
Yeah, if 5 gets some, if Killer gets some sort of protection here, then
Orb leci. Włączaj, włączaj.
yeah,
Yes,
he's
yes,
finally
yes.
unjust orb, but that's not a good idea. Yeah, the orb hits Killer, so the chance to actually catch
Na
up
ostatnim
is
padzie pracuje.
kinda slim right now.
I na linii mety jest Biker ciasno. Chyba już nie ma. Chyba już nie ma.
Okay, gets speed engine. Don't get the speed engine.
Jak dowiedziecie top 2 to jest
But
win.
must use wide in here.
I się.
It all just depends on Killer. If he can take out Matty's Gamer here,
Pięknie.
then things look good, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, it doesn't
And,
seem like it.
and if Matty's Gamer gets second here, then that's a win for Team Poland.
That's a win for Team Poland.
Grzyb zasrany, Maty.
Yeah, yeah.
Kurwa, tak
Ja.
to się robi.
We can hear them celebrating actually. That's very nice to hear.
Poszło.
Fuck yes.
Nice, nice.
Top for both teams. This was a crazy match. Very
Mhm.
close.
Ah! Boże, jakie to było piękne.
Ja
But the
jebie.
Poles were the better team
Fiona.
at the end.
O,
I mean, both teams definitely played well, but yeah, it didn't work out for Latin America, sadly.
But they put up a crazy fight, man. So it's fine. It's fine.
Aloj, dzięki.
Luckily for them, it's still the seeding phase. Although, like Latin America is kinda like close to like
Ja sprinka zrobię zaraz.
to drop off from the group stage. So I hope that won't happen. But yeah, they need those points, man.
Ja.
Dlatego uczucia warto grać w tą grę, naprawdę.
Dla takich momentów,
I
nie?
tak dalej, tak, ale...
Yeah, GG's to both teams, guys.
Majstersztyk, Myjniak. Majstersztyk.
This was a delightful match to watch.
Skipujcie to. Trzeba komuś dać, żeby zrobił 4 POV z tego wyścigu i na YouTube'a się wrzuci.
Spoko, spoko.
Yeah, that was a good match between
Też.
Poland
O, Boże.
and Latin America.
Ja pierdolę.
Yeah, Poland wins by 14 points.
Jest.
Nice.
Streamka.
Congratulations to Poland, they deserved it.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep,
To jest
for sure, for sure. Okay, so that was basically Poland versus Team Latin America.